Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Plants vs. Zombies. Again, this is going to have to be a quick video, so I'm just going to go straight to the adventure. And finish up World 3, finally. I don't know, since now, I'm not pushing out 5 videos a day anymore, since it's not the weekend anymore, it just feels like I'm going through this a lot slower than I normally would. So we just recently got our tall nut, so I'm going to be using that instead of our walnuts, because it's just like a walnut except stronger, and these things can't jump over it and these things can't jump over it, and that's very useful to have. Additionally, I'm going to use the squash, jalapenos, spikeweed, torchwood, and Jesus, the 3-peater. Alright. So yes, today is Monday morning. It's about 9:35, and yeah, I'm just kind of killing time until I have to leave for school. I don't really like leaving for school that early, since it's so early in the morning and no one's gonna be there. There's gonna be really nothing to do, since I mean, I guess I could study, but I study better at home than I do, at school. So, that's just me, though. I'm sure, I guess I study better when I have, someone to talk to, someone to kind of, keep me on track. Otherwise, there's no sense of self-discipline in me. I just find it really hard to study on my own. I have to be, talking to someone, whether it's live talking, just talking face to face, or even talking over the internet, which I do a lot, and it just helps me focus for some reason. Can't really explain it. Yeah. The last video was not that great, as I understand, because I had a lot to talk about, but it just never occurred to me, a lot of things that I made note of when I was driving to and from picking up my dad from the airport. It's basically, one of the things I saw was, what do you call them? So let's use one of these tall nuts, put them, this is a good spot right here. One of the things I saw was a taxi, and you know how taxis have that distinctive color, whether they're yellow or yellow and blue or something like that. You can tell something's a taxi just by looking at it because it's got some sort of checkered pattern on it. And I always thought before that you can tell whether something is a taxi based on the shape of the car. It's either a van or it's one of those, same kind of cars that the police normally drive. But that wasn't it at all, because what ended up happening, why can't I talk? What ended up this taxi that I saw was a Prius. It was a Prius taxi. It just had the colors. So I found that really interesting. That we associate things with, or we connect colors and things to stuff we would that you wouldn't really think. Oh man, that was just worded so horribly. I guess what I'm trying to say is that maybe it's better if I give another example. A personal example for me is, when I smell curry, you know what, I'll come back to this topic later, because I am not thinking about it right now. Right now, just thinking about what I need to do for my Japanese class, because last Wednesday, I kind of ditched. So, I'm unsure of what I really need to do for that class. It's a pretty irresponsible decision for me to ditch like that, but I really wanted to, oh shit. Crap. jump it. Damn it. This isn't good. Forgot my tangle kelp. Kill him. Hopefully he'll do it. Nope, don't think so. Why can't I think? But yeah, like I kind of ditched last week, so I have to call my friend and ask him what we did or what we need to do for class today. I mean, I ditched that class because I personally don't have a problem with like catching up. Most of that class is just self-study for me anyways. I don't really have an issue with it. So okay, look here. Full vaulting zombie's gonna try jumping over it and he falls right down. I think it'd be really funny if he falls flat on his ass. You know, just like has to like get up and recover, but I guess that'd be a little too graphically complicated for a game like this. Oh my god, my tall nut, he's crying! He's crying! Poor tall nut. Take care of that zombie real quick. So now we got 4 firepower in the bottom 3 rows. Seems to be the same amount in the upper 3 rows. So yeah, and like you can like save the rest of these spots for whatever. These are good spots to put, you know, jalapenos and stuff like that. If you don't want to like, yeah, jalapenos are really good to put back here. And the reason I like to use the jalapeno, another reason I like to use the jalapenos better than the cherry bombs, is because, you know, when I'm planting the spike weeds up here, I can't plant the cherry bombs up here because that's the downside of them. They do damage, but you know, they can't, like, you can't plant anything else there as an emergency. Walnuts. Man, that guy's just bad, like, he's got the same facial expression as these guys, except he's just crying. And these walnuts just look really badass to me. Just in the way that they're just standing there, like, pissed off soldiers. They remind me of the rooks from chess. I don't know why. I used to have this chess game a really, really long time ago that I used to play. This is before I really knew how to play chess. But basically, you click on a piece and it highlights the places you're able to go. So it's just a matter of, like, you know, you click on a random piece and then order it to kill like an enemy piece. Alright. So you try and jump over this one, dolphin man. Yeah, screw you. But yeah, as I was saying, like, you know, order just one of my pawns or something like that to kill an enemy piece, and they do this really like interesting animation. Like in my head, it just seems like I remember it as being so realistic, but I'm sure it wasn't. I'm sure it was just like, you know, back in the old days before modern graphics, things just you used your imagination a lot more than you do now. Now things look a lot more realistic than they did. But yeah, that tallent's about to get on. Holy crap. Okay, good thing your spike we took care of that. Oh, shoot. Get him. Well, that was a waste of a squash. Place these things. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Well, that guy should be taken care of pretty easily. Spike me down. But yeah, like, and it do this animation, like, for example, like, what I remember most are the animation between 2 pawns and the animation between a rook and a pawn, because the rook didn't really look like a castle. He looked like a giant stone golem. You know, he also looked like he was made out of Legos, as I recall. But yeah, and the animation between the 2 pawns is like, you know, once you the perspective of this board, of the chessboard, was like kind of diagonal, sort of. I really don't think it was. Or no, it was straight, but like once the animation between 2 units killing each other happened, that was diagonal. Like they both go on the same piece, like the one that the capturing unit would take, the one that the unit that was getting killed was standing on. And they'd both like stand on opposite corners of it, and then they do their little animation. So the one between the two ponds, the one that gets killed, just does that like na 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 sort of thing, and then the other one like blows smoke out his ears, and then just stabs the guy in the chest. All right. Hello, we heard you were having a pool party. We think, well, heard. We think you were having. We heard you were having a pool party. We think that is fun. Well, finally, is Z where it should be. We'll well be right aid. Over. Sincerely, the zombies. I kind of they spelled is wrong, but sincerely right. Interesting. All right, so we got a whole bunch of crap to deal with. So we got another one of these. I think this level is the only one where you don't get those like in the middle of the level. You can see like in the middle of in level 1-5 we did walnut bowling, and in level 2-5 we did. Oh my god! I'm sorry, I really have to do that. I'm not gonna be NCS and like, burp all the time. It's not me. I don't burp in public, but that was really a necessity. I apologize. You know, I'm gonna probably edit that out because this is so disgusting. What was I saying? All right. Talk, man. Yeah, the chess game. There we go. That was like one of the games that I played in my childhood on the computer a lot. Another game that I remember playing on my computer a lot as a child was it's like these educational games that my dad used to get for us, and basically one of them was called Bailey's Bookhouse. I don't remember a damn thing about that game except for the name. It's just like one of these things where Bailey's a cat, like Cheshire cat, I think, and you know, it had these. You're in this house. You can click outside the window and something happens. You do some sort of learning activities. But the one that I do remember the most is called Math Workshop. You know, actually, I think I'm going to look up these games and see if I can find them and see if I can play them and view them from a different perspective. Because, like I said, when I was younger, these games just seemed like really realistic and really high graphic. Things like that. You know, technology never ceases to amaze me. But how it can make something so primitive seem so realistic. It's like art. It is art. That's what it is. But, take them out. Didn't have time to finish this video. But yeah, like, and Math Workshop is something that I do remember. I remember that, you know, there's this one thing where you, it's kind of like bowling, I guess. That's what it seemed like to me. It's like bowling, but, had like something mathy to do with it. There's other part of it that I found even more memorable. It's like a puzzle. Yeah, these little pieces to fit together, kind of like Tetris. And there's the S piece, there's the line pieces, there's the square. Actually, they're all Tetris-inspired pieces. Some of them are like 2 squares, like 2 squares in a line, 3 squares in an L, and oh my goodness, jalapeno. Oh my god, there's another one! But yeah, I remember playing that puzzle a lot, and then once you finish the puzzle, it would give you little animations. And one of them was of this cow. Like, it was a play off of Hey Diddle Diddle, the Cat in the Fiddle, or something like that. And, man, we're getting a lot of dough here. I think we can take that guy out. But it was a play on Hey Diddle Diddle, the Cat and the Fiddle, and it was like, oh man, I don't remember exactly what the words are, but it ended with like, something the cow jumped over the moon, like that, and then the cow go, you know, cow noise, of course. And I just remember that a lot because all you have to do is complete the puzzle once, and you can watch that as many times as you want. Oh my god. These guys, they basically come in on the ice that the Tromboni leaves behind. And there's like 4 of them for each of these bobsleds. Wow. But yeah, that animation, you can watch it as many times as you want. You can click on the screen again. And there's actually a home video that my dad had took. Like my dad, back in the mid-90s, he used to take a lot of home videos just of us growing up. And back then, my brother and I used to get along a lot more often, I guess. Or we only used to get along when we were playing video games, you know. That brings families together, right? I didn't expect that to work. Oh yeah, it does, I guess. Well, so my brother and I would, you know, keep playing this over and over. Hey! I didn't ask you to do that. My brother and I keep playing this video over and over again. And basically we just danced to it, and we had that captured on home video. As embarrassing as that is, you know, that's one of the embarrassing moments of my childhood that I don't really mind going to see over and over again. It's just so funny. What we used to do, you know, we do this whole like, you know, ballroom dancing type thing, or cheap imitation of it, and then we just go like, and when the song ends, we just go moo like that. It's just like a lot of fun. So, we got our sea shroom, another shroom that costs 0 sun. So you can, it's a mushroom, so you can kind of guess where we're going now. Well, anyways, that's it for this video. Better get to go into school. So, actually, let's see if we can get anything from the shop. Oh no, we only have 3,000. So, that will be it for this video, so tune in next time, and thanks everyone for watching.